Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our man to you from the blue corner tonight.
Fight number 3 on tonight's
weighing
card.
in at 80 kilograms, representing the
Tarec
Muay
Saffiedin
dojo from Belgium, with 18 fights, 15 wins and 3 losses. Please put your hands together for the man in the blue corner, Tarec Saffiedin.
So our second international fight here tonight, Tarec Saffiedin to take
His
on
opponent
Dirty
tonight,
Danny Derdowski.
fighting from the red corner, weighing in at 80 kilograms, representing the Strikeforce gym, with 31 fights, 25 wins, 6 losses and 15 wins by knockout. Please put your hands together for the man, Danny Triple D Derdowski.
Great ovation as always for Dirty Danny Derdowski. And once again, we are under full tie rules, knees and elbows, all the good stuff. Third man in centering the Murph, Brian Murphy.
Well, of course, for the uninitiated, you'll see the tie headpieces around the heads of the fighters, and of course the flowers, the arrangements around the neck, they're all good luck charms, as are the armbands in true Thai tradition.
Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned rabbit's foot hammer?
It's hard to attach to your shorts.
A four-leaf clover. Here we go, round number 1 of 5. The voice Michael Chiavello, the hammer Mark Castanini. It's all part of Evolution 8, and we hope you're enjoying it wherever you're watching from the Chandler Arena in Brisbane.
Don't forget, folks, October 28th, Southport RSL, Aaron TS2 Lee in his quest for an intercontinental title. You may even see the man right of screen, Dirty Danny Derdowski, on that show in his hometown, of course, on the Gold Coast at the Southport RSL, 28th of October. Check it out.
It'll be interesting here for Dirty Danny because he usually towers over all of his opponents, a very tall fighter for this weight class, but Tarec Saffiedin almost matches him for height.
Well, the man from Belgium, Saffiedin, is a strong fighter. We have called him once or twice before, I believe, on the Battleground show, Michael, and fighting out of Chawang Stadium in Koh Samui, Thailand. And a very strong competitor, Tarec Saffiedin from Belgium.
Derdowski, very adept with the knees.
Beautiful check and switch round kick from Derdowski.
Crossing elbow from the Aussie. In the red gloves, just snaking the hands around the back of the neck of Tarec Saffiedin. And the Murph separates both men. Southpaw here, Dirty Danny, against the orthodox stance of Saffiedin.
Well, Tarec Saffiedin, 18 fights, 15 wins. That's a pretty solid and clean record. Danny Derdowski, 31 fights, 25 wins with 15 KOs. Seen this man take out a hell of a lot of opponents by the way of big elbow strikes and big right hands. There again, slide up rear elbow from Derdowski. You only need to leave the slightest of openings for Derdowski to launch one of those cracking elbows and end your night early.
It's a very scary fighter, Danny Derdowski, when he's on the money. As the hammer said, we've seen him stop some opponents in awesome fashion. It'll be terrifying, hammer. Stuff the nightmares are made of.
Nightmares, but good TV viewing.
When the boogeyman goes to bed, he checks his closet for Danny Derdowski, hammer. That's how scary he is. And if he launches one of those knees to the jawline here of Tarec Saffiedin, you'll see what I'm talking about. Nice corking knee there from Saffiedin.
Well, Saffiedin has been campaigning fairly extensively over in Thailand and has fought a lot of foreigners down at Chawang Stadium. So he's not going to be intimidated. He's fought some big hitters, Saffiedin, and he's going to be very much on the balls of his feet and well aware of those launched elbows that Dirty Danny will throw.
End of the first round, we go to the towels. A real feeling out process there for both fellas, hammer.
Well, certainly there's never really quick starts under full Thai rules. It's a bit like a marathon. You just want to pace yourself early, come up with a strategy. The corner, you see him going to work there on Derdowski, just to giving him the info that he needs. They see openings and they see potential opportunities that a fighter can't. from the outside of the ring, and that is a real time of getting informed and trying to find a strategy that will work on your opponent. You see Derdowski that's talking the neck and the head, good head control, looking to launch the elbow.
You had him worried.
But Tarec just getting the glove up and catching the elbow strike.
Yeah. Just take your time a little bit more. It's too much trying to do this.
What's her character, Hammer?
I think it'd be something like from the Flintstones, maybe a bit of Bam Bam or Pebbles, or I don't know.
Bam Bam was a boy, so I'd say Pebbles. Here we go, second round. Guess you never watched the Saturday morning cartoons, Hammer.
I was too busy hitting the bag, Chevrolet. You're sitting on the couch eating potato chips. I'm hitting the bag out the back.
God bless the Super League of Justice. Derdowski just trying to parry the front kick. And let's see what the Belgian fighter, Tarec Saffiedin, can do here in the second round. He does not want Derdowski to get his momentum rolling. Derdowski is going to look for the head of Saffiedin.
Interesting to see Saffiedin just change from orthodox to southpaw and back to orthodox. So he's a bit of a cagey win, bit of a switch hitter, is the man from Belgium.
Derdowski also switching between southpaw and orthodox.
You'd like Belgium, wouldn't you, Michael, with all those fine chocolates?
Love the chocolates, Hammer. Ooh, nice turning right hand there from Saffiedin.
Again, you see them just vying for neck control. You'll see the fighters sort of threading their hands through, trying to get good control of their opponent's neck. That is so that they can wrench the head down and perhaps into a lucky knee strike.
Crossing elbow from Dirty Danny Derdowski. I'd say looking for the head cracker, Hammer, but it doesn't sound the same as cranium cracker. Can't convince me. Overhand right from Derdowski. Came nowhere near the target.
Trying to find an opening with that sliding rear uppercut elbow is Derdowski.
Saffiedin comes forward, flicks out the jab. Fighting southpaw, so the jab's coming off the right hand at the moment. Derdowski just setting himself. He wants to find the chance to reach in, snake the hands around the back of the neck and pull the head down into a high knee. Jumping downward elbow. Top of the spine was what Tarec Saffiedin was going after. Very, very dangerous spot to strike.
Right, break.
And the Merv keeping it nice and clean here in Sensory. Queensland's #1 Muay Thai referee. Also, big cheerio to some of our fans, Hammer, the boys from the Big Brother household, Mikey, Johnny and Dino, who tune into all of our shows. Big hello.
Shows. Got Mikey down there at King's Cross. Of course, Johnny and Dino. Great supporters, great men, great boys. Loving a fight game, the Big Brother housemates.
Ooh, crossing elbow, doubles over the here comes Derdowski. Dirty Danny Derdowski looking for the big bok choy at the end of the round, and he stole the round with that little exchange, Hammer.
I'll tell you what, those elbow strikes though are just plumb. He let 3 go in rapid fire succession, but Tarec just had his guard up and was well aware of those strikes.
You've got to kick, mate. You've got to start using those kicks. You're coming in flat-footed every time, and you're going for a punching more, mate. Try and
There's
get
a jumping downward elbow from Tarec Saffiedin.
The very first time he didn't, he went back like that.
Again,
body,
knee guard up, keeping the hips back of Derdowski, but Derdowski just taking out the supporting leg and putting the Belgian fighter on his backside on the canvas. Here we see him looking at Derdowski. Have a look at him go. You see him zero in. Get the sights lined up. Bang goes the elbow. 2, 1 more to come. There it is again. And Tarec just having that lead guard, the leader arm up, keeping Derdowski off him. Well aware of those attacking elbows on the way inward.
Okay, here we go. Third round, and Tarec Saffiedin opens up like a house on fire. Just trying to jump on Dirty Danny Derdowski with the handiwork. And now we are starting to see things really heat up. As the Hammer said, Muay Thai fights tend to start slowly. They come the third round, they are going to pull out all the stops. Overhand right there from Saffiedin. Knee to the bread basket from Dirty Danny. It's one of those great ring names, Hammer. Dirty Danny Derdowski.
Dirty Danny.
Goes in the annals of great ring names along with Leaping Lenny Poffo.
You said annals, didn't you?
I did, annals.
Just wondering where you were putting it there for a minute.
Double N, Hammer. I know that English wasn't your strong suit at school. Your teacher asked you what came at the end of a sentence. You answered parole.
Oh, yeah, boom. Michael's here all week, folks.
Saffiedin.
We got about the career in comedy, son.
Left hand from Dirty Danny. Outside thigh kick and Saffiedin checks it. Goes a little high with the round kick. And this is more like it here in the third round. Saffiedin hasn't come for a holiday. And it's a big ask against Dirty Danny in front of his home audience, Hammer.
Dropping body shot from Derdowski also. We saw Shaggy in the fight earlier, throwing some great dropping body shots. Got to also thank some of the premier sponsors that have got behind the Evolution crew. Gumdale Demolitions, Trev, Sayong's Fine Jewelry, and of course Kennedy's Timber, world's toughest hardwoods. Just like Chevalier said, it's pretty tough. We're trying to only get a Kennedy's 4x2 later and wrap it around Chevalier's head. See how hard that wood is.
In a very violent mood tonight, Hammer. Ooh, nice high left round kick from Derdowski. Drills the knee into the upper left rib cage. Crossing elbow from Dirty Danny.
Again, taking out the supporting leg.
Sweeps him out.
We're seeing a bit of a new improved Danny Derdowski. He used to just go out guns blazing. Caught a couple of unlucky shots when he went out too hard, and he's very much now a methodical fighter. Derdowski starting to just plan his attacks a lot more strategically and just not dropping his guard, working very cleverly again. Derdowski at range, downward elbow, looking for the openings.
6 elbows in a row! Tarec Saffiedin in a whole lot of bother! And he fires out an overhand elbow of his own. Derdowski looking for the big kibosh here. But Saffiedin is proving one hard nut to crack. Derdowski edges forward again. Wants to fire the knees, wants to fire the elbows. Front kick from Saffiedin. Dropping left hand down to the liver section from Derdowski. High knee up to the sternum. Downward elbow. Oh, there's the knee! He caught him sweetly! Tarec Saffiedin in a whole lot of bother and struggles back to his corner. Hammer, he took some clean shots.
Well, at the end of the round, he was certainly in the fog. Was the man from Belgium.
You move, you hurt, you know?
You see Derdowski launching a round kick. Tarec Saffiedin fires one back. They tie up, downward elbow, uppercut elbow, lines up. Here he comes, step through knee, downward elbow. And you just see a methodical and very dangerous Triple D lining up some big shots from the man from Belgium. Australia versus Belgium, and it's all Aussie land.
Tarec Saffiedin taking more blows than a box of Kleenex in that last round. Here we go, round number 4 of 5. And Danny Derdowski.
Someone's gone burlesque with the smoke machine. Pump the smoke up.
They have, Hammer.
It's Saturday night at Area 61.
They've stoked a fire here at the Chandler Arena. Overhand elbow. I should say overhand right then from Saffiedin. Inside thigh kick. Derdowski on the money checking it.
All the smoke. Things are heating up. You can tell by the smoke.
Oh, Hammer, the master of the classic cliche.
Sorry, more blows than a Kleenex box.
It's trademarked. Be careful. Body shot there from Saffiedin. Outside thigh kick. Outside thigh kick from Dirty Danny. The Murph in the background, Hammer. Not much to do in this fight. It's been a good, clean one.
It's been a good, clean one. And launches the beautiful knee strike short. Right hand from Derdowski.
Outside thigh kick from Dirty Danny.
Derdowski now going southpaw, I think, also. Great versatility from both these guys. Switch fighting. Derdowski now staying in the southpaw.
Just dummied the leg kick. Front kick from Saffiedin. Not really throwing a lot of power in his shots here, Tarec Saffiedin. All tied up like a pretzel, centre of the ring. High knees there from Dirty Danny. Popping uppercut from Saffiedin, had less weight behind it than Kate Moss. Overhand elbow from Saffiedin. And neither man really gaining the upper hand here, Hammer.
Break.
Just a good exchange of hard technique. Derdowski launches the low kick as well, and Saffiedin as he comes in. Tight guard on Derdowski, nice stuff.
Saffiedin content to sit back and counter Dirty Danny here. Wild uppercut again from Derdowski. Steps up with the round kick to the right rib cage. Outside thigh kick from Saffiedin once again just doesn't have the power to fluster Dirty Danny.
Well, it's just a great methodical fight from Danny Derdowski. Very much systematic in his attacks. Oh, spinning heel kick from Saffiedin.
High knee from Derdowski underneath the right eye of Tarec Saffiedin. Final seconds tick down in this round, and once again, it's been the Aussies' round. Step across elbow, backs into him, and the Murph separates them. Popping jab from Saffiedin, also fighting southpaw here. Cowbell sounds into the fourth. We've got one more to go, Hammer.
Well, we're down to the fifth and final round, and it's been a good work rate from both men. Derdowski on the scorecard, slightly ahead.
Relax. Okay, where are you scoring well? It's a points fight. This is your uncharted territory coming up. All right, now listen to me. Keep working those points, mate. Don't just keep walking into the
And a short right hand as we listen into the corner. Mark Pease from the Strikeforce gym issuing the instructions to his charge, Danny Derdowski. And it's not often that Derdowski gets in the fifth and final round. 5 rounds, full tie rules. Derdowski, as he said, in uncharted territory, usually fights 3s or KOs his opponents. So he's done the distance, and he's done it in style, the man from the Gold Coast.
Outside thigh kick from Derdowski. Turning right hand from Saffiedin. He's got a little bit more snap about him now, the Belgian. Jab, right hand. Derdowski ties him up, snakes the arms around the back of the neck. Crossing elbow from Saffiedin, came close.
And coming up next, of course, we've got the interstate battle. Perth versus Queensland. Something special.
The little pimp hammer.
Pimp Daddy.
Little pimp daddy. Dane Daddy Coolers coming up.
And then we've got Australia versus Iran. And of course, the main event. So don't go anywhere. There's some sensational action coming your way on Fox Sports. Of course, your sport leader.
High knee from Saffiedin.
Break.
And the Murph just calls both men to separate. Saffiedin just hasn't got the weapons to phase Derdowski here. He's tagged Derdowski cleanly a few times, but just has lacked the power. And Derdowski really has been in control from the early stages of the fight, Hammer.
Well, Derdowski, when he, going back, I suppose, a year ago, was virtually unstoppable. Had a couple of unlucky fights, but he looks to be back in the winner's circle on this card, that's for sure. Very methodical in his attacks, launching systematic and precise punches and elbows, and it seems to be doing the job for him nicely.
Just backs up Saffiedin then with a nice kick to the rib cage. Uppercut elbow.
Beautiful stuff.
Looking to take the nose off the Belgian. Derdowski in control here, sweeps out the support leg. And he dropped him like third period algebra.
Going up.
What was that? Never quite got to that one.
Maths class, Hammer.
I wonder what you're talking about for a minute there.
Derdowski switching stance again between southpaw and orthodox. Tries to loop the hand around the back of the left glove. Back to southpaw stance again now, and a high right round kick from Saffiedin. All tied up in the neutral corner. The Murph keeps it nice and clean. Jab 2 from Danny Derdowski. Continues to come forward on Saffiedin. It's been complete ownership here from Derdowski. Double forearm guard against Saffiedin's punching combination.
Saffiedin's still giving it up in the fifth and final. Moments to go.
He hasn't come close to Dirty Danny though, Hammer. One last 50% leg kick from Saffiedin. But Dirty Danny Derdowski had his measure.
He's cut him too in the final round with a downward elbow to the hairline. Dirty Danny Derdowski from the Gold Coast, I'd say, will walk away with the winner's trophy for this one, that's for sure. There you see Derdowski on the inside, neutral corner, going to work, methodically taking the Belgian fighter apart, chopping out the supporting leg, systematic in his attacks, and very brutal indeed. The Aussie uppercut, switch up knee, bang, and just put it all together oh so nicely, did Triple D.
The win going to the red corner, Danny Derdowski.
And there it is, Dirty Danny Derdowski takes the decision here over Tarec Saffiedin. And he is back in the winner's circle, and he is back in style. A cerebral